So, you want to bring down Central?
Oh my, yes, as does everyone here. Though for differing reasons.
What does a synth manufacturer have against Newton's city controller?
A stake in that which follows, oh yes. If Dr. Zhang was simply to remove Central, there would be chaos.
The city's central infrastructure would break down.
Precisely, therefore a replacement would be needed.
A replacement?
You want to replace Central with a new AI? With what?
The new version is simply a retooled model of an existing system.
Your own.
Oh my, no! It's built from a commercial Archimedes model as used in Eurofed cities.
It'll do the job?
Oh my, yes, as well as any civic management AI in Europe. But, thanks to Stepford's personality matrix engineering, it shall act and speak just as its predecessor Central.
With you holding its leash.
Every system needs fine-tuning, Dr. Regis.
Won't services suffer? I know Central. It's orders of magnitude more powerful than an Archimedes.
All unnecessary for its role, Dr. Regis. Our Archimedes in Central's clothing will perform as needed, oh yes.
I'll get back to you.
Oh my, yes.
Alright, let's talk to this guy here, Ron Shawman. Reminds you of a textbook example of the business oligarch, the kind that ran your own homeland into the ground for their own gain before fleeing to various tax havens when the war broke out.
Mr. Ron.
What you want?
What's your part in this conspiracy?
Dr. Zhang wants to capture biggest AI in the world. It's going to take enormous memory and processor.
And you're going to furnish her with these?
With all the capital she needs. Money, guns, labor.
So that early description was probably right.
It sounds like you're on board with her plan. What do you get out of it?
Newton is lousy place to do business, Regis.
You reckon it's Central's fault?
Central watches too close.
You can't bribe anyone, you mean?
Exactly. Can't make things work.
Sometimes it's nice not to have a government driven by the wealthy.
We will control New Central. It's a great opportunity for us.
I'm starting to think that getting rid of Central is not a good idea after all. These people here, I don't want them to get out of hand. They're just going to get worse and worse.
What do you think of Dr. Zhang?
She's very clever. She knows what she's doing.
I worked with her in the past. I guarantee the only ones she's looking out for are her and her plans.
So, that's how to get ahead. Cooperation happen when we want same thing. I want Central gone. She wants Central gone.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Did you know Gil Vanderwall?
Sure, everyone here know Gil. We work together. He have connections everywhere.
He was a middleman for criminals.
Exactly. Any specialist he could find. Even mindjackers, Dr. Regis.
And what about you?
You're one of the richest men in Greater Han, aren't you?
Damn straight.
What are you doing here?
I like this restaurant. I suggest it.
No, I mean, why in person? At this meeting?
That is how we always do it. Cannot trust anyone else. Other people stupid. If too many people know, then Central will find out.
What sort of business do you run?
Some of everything. Factory, guns, biochem, industry farming.
A hands-on manager there too?
Hell no. Give that job to cousins. You ever see Han? His lousy country. Everything poisoned. Sky is black.
Maybe it's all those factories you're running.
Yes.
What do you know about Gil's links to the mindjacker?
Vanderwall set people up with specialist talent, famous for it. In this case, a third party needed a mindjacker. He fixed that up for them. Got the best.
But eventually, he discovered something that made him regret introducing them?
He found what the client's plans were in the long run. If they succeed, our plan to remove Central will fail.
So he tried to stop the mindjacker.
Exactly. Took the memory module he was using to store minds of his targets.
And it cost him his life.
Pity he's working against us. Good mindjackers are hard to find.
Who hired the mindjacker from Vanderwall?
Like everything else, information is not free, Regis.
And what do you think about this restaurant here?
Probably a stupid question, but did you know what they serve here?
Human flesh.
Of course, it's people.
The idea of eating human meat appeals to you?
Absolutely. Is why I like to come to Newton. You have some crazy laws, but almost nowhere else will allow things like this.
It's cloned meat, apparently, so technically no harm done. That's the legal foundation.
A shame. Would rather eat real human. Ultimate sign of control of people.
Eat the poor.
Exactly. That will teach them.
I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
You are one sick bastard. These people. What about you? You also look ridiculous. Some would describe her appearance as professionally designed. You have a suspicion Lau would call it over-engineered.
Good evening, Miss...
Dame Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Yeah, that.
You may call me Imogen, darling.
Yes. So, what do you do?
If you don't mind my saying, you don't look like any conspirator I've ever seen before.
Thank you, darling. It's my own unique style.
I'm sure Nina's got a use for everyone here. What part are you playing in her plan?
All we ever do in life is play a role, Dr. Regis. I promised I would assist her when she required. And thus, here I am.
Not as heavy muscle, I guess.
I am very good at networking, Dr. Regis. I taught her everything she knows about it. I lend credibility to her mission with my very presence.
I could understand why some people would want Central removed. The kinds of folks who see it as an obstacle to their work. But what good would it do a celebrity like yourself?
You think in such cynical terms, Dr. Regis. It benefits me because it benefits dear Nina.
You're doing this out of altruism?
Is that so surprising, Dr. Regis?
Frankly, it is. Do you know Dr. John?
Of course, darling.
You go back a long way?
One might say that. We were lovers, Dr. Regis.
Oh.
My, they said you came from backwards parts, but I hadn't quite expected a display like this.
Forgive me, Miss Flores. I just find it hard to picture Dr. John loving anything.
We were close. Close enough that I came to her aid now that she needs it.
Okay, I'm just surprised. Genuinely surprised. Nothing wrong with that.
You knew Gil Vanderwall as well?
Only within this gathering. I had no use for his services in talent acquisition.
You mean facilitating criminal skills with buyers.
Indeed, his history in the underworld sounded so thrilling. But personally, he was so dull. Everything was business to him. That husband of his, on the other hand.
So you go both ways?
So I hear you're a celebrity?
Oh, Dr. Regis, such an understatement.
You'll have to forgive me, Miss Flores. I'm not big on pop culture.
How refreshing. It's such a shame what the net's doing to the young of today. Though if it wasn't, I wouldn't have nearly the profile I do.
So, what do you do exactly?
I come from a wide background of European nobility. But I can do anything that's asked of me, my dear. Music, talent contests, endorsements.
So essentially, you're famous for being famous?
Precisely, though much of the work is so tiresome, darling. I delegate a great deal to simulations, lookalikes, and synthetics.
So you are like a publicity stunt.
Were you aware this restaurant serves human meat?
It's a giddy thrill, isn't it? Have you seen their celebrity selection?
Celebrities?
What?
They have cloned tissue from influential figures of the past 2 centuries.
Oh my god.
Would you care for a leg of John F. Kennedy?
No.
That's appalling.
I know. Non-entities like that, and I'm nowhere to be found. I must complain to the management. Perhaps offer them a sample.
That's all for now, Miss Flores.
Please, darling. Just Imogen.
Yeah, goodbye, people. What a bunch of wackos. Alright, I think I've talked to everyone now. Oh, what about this guy? The other bodyguard.
Hello?
Nope. Also not responding to me. Oh, and there's one more guy. The waiter. Are you serving human meat?
Hey, you alright?
He stares at you and you feel a strange mix of fear and contempt within his glare. You realize, to your horror, that you have seen those eyes before, only a few days earlier. What? Those eyes. A few days earlier? What happened a few days earlier? Those eyes. I don't remember. What? Oh?
Everyone, take cover!
Whoa? Oh, the subway! Oh, the bomber! Oh my god!
Is anyone hurt?
It's a trap! You'll try to kill us! Guards!
Shut up, Ron. You're still alive, aren't you?
It appears that poor Imogen is the only one injured.
The engineer lady is not doing
I'm
so
sorry.
good.
She's dead.
Oh.
I knew it! You tried to kill me! All of you!
Calm down, Ron. You don't know who was behind this.
Actually, he has a point. All those who knew about this meeting are in this room.
Except, of course, for Charlie.
He only joined us at the last moment. Dr. Regis, will you lend us your skill as an investigator?
Yeah, you find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Fine. Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
So, a traitor within. New case open, attempted murder. And so we are on a new case. Ah, poor guy, this security guard here. Everyone is paying attention to her, but not him. I guess he's of no importance at all. You wonder if this counts as a corpse. Being a machine, he wasn't technically alive to begin with. Oh, that explains why he is only a machine.
Nothing on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Synthetics? So he's your brother. You're also a synthetic. Alright, let's look at this body, Imogen. The blast has apparently spared her expensively engineered beauty, though not her life. You wonder if this detail might have been of some comfort to her. Possibly. Nope. Nothing useful on her. Item of fashion. Okay, so... who should we talk to first? Okay, let me look downstairs. Hey, it's a giant fish tank. It's cracked. An aquarium now cracked open from the blast. Several luminous fish orbit each other, reminding you of one of your training projects when training as a engineer. A label sits beneath the tank. Please do not touch the glass. These specimens are aggressive and startle easily. These fish are not a menu item. Of course not. This restaurant only serves human flesh. Who cares about fishes anyway? So bathroom and a kitchen here. Let's go inside the bathroom. I want to take a look. Like many places in the city, the restaurant has a unisex bathroom, a concept you have never quite come to terms with. Interesting. So, ooh, an error message on the mirror. Why?
Apparently this mirror is having a software error. Before I came to Newton, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense to me.
Software error.
Apparently this mirror is having a software error.
Yes. An electronic mirror. A small cabinet, no doubt for storing cleaning supplies when not used. This is probably the sort of place that does it by hand.
There's the remains of a first aid kit in here. Someone's used all of the med patches and pseudoderm spray. Must have had an injury. The only item left is a bottle of harsh-smelling toilet cleaner.
Toilet cleaner? And we picked that up. Okay, cubicles here. Toilet. The toilet stalls are equipped with smart privacy screens. The lack of doors still bothers you somehow. Oh my god. There are no doors. Only privacy screens. But what if they malfunction? Like the mirror here. What is gonna happen then? A vent? Where does that lead? It's covering the air ducts. Its cloak placement is uniquely jarring amongst the otherwise ordered bathroom. Oh, that means someone opened this earlier.
It's already been opened.
Yes. Let's take a look inside.